Taurus, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-December 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Taurus collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. I'm sure you are. Tauruses stay fabulous, right? So let's see what's going on. And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always intriguing. But let's get this first card popping. What do we got? Okay, that card did like a cartwheel out of my hand. So we do have the Magician right here. Interesting indeed. Now, this card can represent similar themes and archetypes to the Magician in the tarot deck, but also there's an extra flavor here. But before we fully get into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the December subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But into the reading, enough of the promo, have a look at our little magical friend here. So yes, like I was saying, similar to the tarot deck, it can be manifestation, creation, a big interest in the spiritual. This is a big card of spiritual connection as well. But in this oracle deck, the only difference with the other Magician is that this could have some sort of illusion tied to it. So whether it's seeing through an illusion or somebody trying to hoodwink you, pull the blindfolds. I'm not trying to be a fearmonger or anything like that. But when I see this Magician, I always say, watch out for illusion. Whether it's self-induced illusion or somebody else trying to pull something over your eyes. But it literally could just be spirit saying like, hey, in this time, your powers of creation are extra amped up. So maybe put them to good use, right? So we're just going to place that over there. We're going to get into tarot now. I always say with that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote for us to look at. But yeah, I'm going to get you 3 cards in the upright before we get that intuitive, juicy stuff going. Shuffle it up for Taurus, please, my guys. Talk to me. Let's get them going. So seems like for the past month, we've had a bunch of dicey readings popping out for you guys. So I really hope things haven't been too rough. But last week's reading was titled They Are Mad. And I always try to not use sensationalist types of titles. I try to keep them very brief if possible, like as few words as possible. But there was somebody that felt a little disgruntled in last week's reading. Whether that was you being disgruntled about somebody or someone from the outside, it don't matter, right? Let's keep it going. We're going to see what we have this week. We're going to hope for some optimism. Let's get these 3 cards out here. And I always say, only take this how it hits for you. It's all very personal, right? Not one size fits all. And energy is never set in stone. So what do we got? Could be seeing your vibes, other people. You know how these readings go. Okay, hey, we got our good friend, the King of Cups, a.k.a. Kyle of Cups without a beard, showing up in position number 1. So we're going to have to see what he's about. Big water sign energy there. Let's get 2 more out. Always like when he pays us a visit, right? That's a good card. We got more cup energy. We got the 2 of Cups. Okay, so this is feeling a little more optimistic than recent weeks. I mean, we still have a lot to go, but I like that. Realm of partnerships, the realm of feelings could be here big time. So, okay, you're going to have a bonus this week, but on the back end, we have the 9 of Swords. This could be a card that's a little bit wound tight. Could mean a lot of different things. And we got the 7 of Cups in the bonus. So let's just breeze through these real quick, Taurus. I'll give you the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the intuitive messages. But position number 1, our good friend, the King of Cups, a.k.a. Kyle of Cups, right here. Could be just representing a water sign that you're connected to. So think Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If that's not it, I always say in tarot, kings represent control of their respective suit. When we see cups, we think of romance, love, emotion, artistic creation, things like that. Very flowy types of energies here. Could also be psychic, and we're seeing that with the Magician here as well. But when I see the King of Cups, it could be a very good sign of emotional fulfillment coming in, or love being in a situation of some sort, especially since it's right next to the 2 of Cups. But the clarifier is extra important, right? Because it can also mean those other things on the other side of the coin. And we did see it last week, like somebody being a bit disgruntled. So I want to see what's up with that King of Cups. In its worst case scenario, it could be somebody like losing control of their emotions. But in the center, we have the Two of Cups. Now, I always say in tarot, all twos represent decisions, choices, being at a fork in the road type of vibe. All of them represent partnerships, but this one in particular, the Two of Cups, could be a big card of soulmates, twin flames, those that we are very closely connected with emotionally. So whether that be a very, very good friend, or a close family member, or a romance, right? It could be any of those. You just fit it to whatever your situation is. This could just be spirit saying like, hey, the realm of interpersonal relationships are getting highlighted here, okay? Usually a very flowy, easygoing, nice type of energy. But as the fact that we have it right next to the King of Cups, there's a lot of emotion ramped up here, especially as we move right to the back end, we got the Nine of Swords. Now, this card could just be you having a little insomnia. You might be having a little trouble sleeping at night, might be stressed out, anxious, nervous. That's a type of vibe we can get with this. I always link this card to the paranormal as well. So in this time, you might be having more paranormal experiences than you usually do, like seeing things out of the corner of your eye, or your intuition, like all the hairs on your neck stand up type of energy. So we want to see how it all plays out. And I will say this, all this energy, even though it's like mostly cups and that one sword card, there is something with the unseen realm showing up here. With the magician in the beginning, there is a very intuitive edge to this week's reading, okay? So your gut could be trying to tell you something. Now, moving to the very back end, we do have the Seven of Cups. Another card, imaginative. This could be somebody daydreaming, thinking quite a bit. So that just might be you in this time, like thinking. All right, and we see it with that Nine of Swords as well. This can also be a card of options, choices, paths. Like you wouldn't be lacking options when we have this. For some of you, it could be decision-making as well, especially since we have a 2 in the spread. But just know, like with all this water and then we have the swords, like there could be a lot of emotion and mental action happening. Let's dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, so we're going to get a good shuffle here for Taurus, please. My gods, talk to me. What do we got for my friends? And yes, Taurus, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's see what's up with that King of Cups. And if you read tarot yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Taurus, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. You won't step on my toes. All right, King of Cups time. Why is he making an appearance? Thank you. Hangman, yeah, suppression. Right? This is like somebody really trying to stuff an emotion down. More water sign energy with the Hanged Man. Now, some people link the Hanged Man with Scorpio. Some people link it with Virgo. I lean Scorpio there. So if you are connected to one, they're showing up heavily here. Like lots of water energy within this whole spread. So the realm of emotion, there could be something that you were trying to suppress or stuff deep down, like not deal with it for whatever reason. Or this could be someone you're linked to. Like it might be too, pardon me, I got a frog in my throat. There might be something going on that is too much for them to deal with when we're having energies like this. So just know, emotional suppression. And I want to see how it plays out throughout the rest of the reading, because this is somebody like, I can't think about this right now, or I don't want to think about it right now. When we get the Hanged Man, we think of pulled back, right? Not moving, stifled. And under the King of Cups, this is somebody not budging in their feelings as well. So if it's not pushing something down, hidden feelings, secret feelings, this could just be somebody's feelings unchanged. So that could be positive depending, right? So if this is somebody who's happy and loving and caring, they could still be feeling that way, all right? So let's go in on the Two of Cups. I feel like this, it's a lot of things right here in the front end. And I'm feeling, I don't want to say I'm feeling overwhelmed by all the energy. It's just heavy though, with all this water. Let's see what's up with the Two of Cups. Not necessarily in a bad way. I mean, powerful. So why is the Two of Cups here? So yeah, in this coming week, you might just have a lot of energy affecting you, a lot of emotional energy. Yeah, there could just be some issues, right? With Seven of Wands under the Two of Cups, just not seeing eye to eye with somebody, bumping heads, like not getting your point of view across. Just beware of misunderstandings and mishaps and mistakes. That's a vibe I'm seeing here. With the Seven of Wands, it can be combative, and yes, it could be determined. So like if you're having issues with somebody, like they might be determined to try to work something out, of course. Now, this isn't like a reading solely based on love, but that could be an energy we're picking up here where somebody values something so much that they're going to continue putting effort in. But another vibe I'm picking up with the Two of Cups, Seven of Swords is like, beware of like miscommunications, mishaps, mistakes, things like that. Because like, there could be something lost in translation. That's the vibe I'm catching here. Especially with what we have here in the front end, like there is something lost in translation. So whether it's you expressing yourself to others or the other way around, okay? So just something to keep an eye on. Let's go in on that Nine of Swords. Communication, very important in this time. But let's see what's up with that Nine of Swords. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is this Nine of Swords here? Thank you. Pardon me. So we do have the King and Queen of Cups showing up in this spread. We got the Queen of Cups in the upright underneath this Nine of Swords, yeah. And not speaking their piece or not being able to speak their mind or not being able to say what they want is really going to take a toll on someone here when we have the Queen of Cups, because she is the epitome of the energy I was feeling in the front end, like secrecy, hidden, suppressing, not dealing with something, putting it off to another time. She feels things very deeply, and under a card like the Nine of Swords, like it's affecting her, right? Like this is somebody who really needs to vent these emotions, okay? Regardless of mishaps, miscommunication, stuff like that. If you're not just dealing with a water sign that is like really nervous and anxious, or a feminine figure here, when I get her underneath this Nine of Swords, like this person really, really, really needs to have like an emotional talk, an emotional venting session. Let it out. Stop suppressing it. Like there's no need to hold it in. That's the vibe I'm picking up here. Okay, like this person is feeling things very strongly for whatever reason, whether it's energies of other people affecting you or like psychic gifts affecting you in some sort of way. This just feels like somebody needs to talk. They need to talk about it. They need to talk about something. So once again, yes, that could be the nervousness, anxiousness, all that stuff. Let's go through and do a quick recap here because we got a lot going on. Tons of water energy, tons of water action throughout this spread. Before the shadow card, if you kindly look in this box, position number 1, we have the King of Cups with the Hanged Man in the upright. So initially this jumped right out to me as somebody pushing something down or keeping something within or keeping it hidden, and it could even be somebody like not wanting to deal with it at the moment. So they're just going to be like, yeah, I'll deal with that later, not right now type of energy. Clamp down. Or it could be somebody's feelings not changing. So if this is someone you're dealing with, their feelings haven't changed. Moving to the center, we have the Two of Cups with the Seven of Wands in the upright. Like I was saying, you might be having miscommunications, misunderstandings, mishaps, mistakes, all the things that start with miss in your interpersonal relationships. So just be forewarned, like you might not be able to get yourself across to somebody the right way, or they're not projecting themselves the right way. That's the big vibe. Moving to the back end, we do have the Nine of Swords with the Queen of Cups. This energy is mirroring what we have here in the front end. This person really needs to let something out. So whether it is an emotional talk that needs to be had or a venting session, this person is going to really ramp up their anxiety and nervousness if they don't let this energy out in some sort of way. So please take a screenshot of that. I'm going to get you one shadow card. Interesting. And I mean, with the energy I've been seeing in recent weeks, it makes sense. Like if you've been going through rough things, rough times, where things are lingering, bottling them up, it's not a permanent fix, if that makes sense. But let's get you one shadow card here. Let's see what's in the shadows. I mean, none of this is feeling treacherous. I'll say that. Yeah, Knight of Cups. So this doesn't surprise me that we have more cup energy even showing up in the shadows. So let's move these to the side. The Knight of Cups, very similar themes and archetypes to the King and Queen, right? So we could talk about romantic situations, romantic issues, love, romance, all those things. If you're not connected to a water sign, the Knight of Cups is usually silky, smooth, easy going. But in the shadows, yeah, it could just talk about issues in love if we were to keep it simple. But the interpersonal relationships, for some reason, like that keeps popping up in my head. Like, Watch out for the mishaps, the miscommunications. Like, crystal clear communication is very important in this time. Okay, whether you want to talk to someone or whether you don't, like, saying your piece clearly is important with this Knight of Cups. The emotional talking is super important. But for some of you, this could just be scars in regards to romantic attachments from the past that are still lingering a little bit. So just beware of that. Taurus, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the December subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the November subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after the fire air readings this week. But for December, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Tarot in Wonderland. This is the deck I used in this week's reading. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which tarot card makes you happiest when you see it. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of December, I will put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you, and I'll see you next time.